2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me Jelly, but for those who are new, hi, my name is Rosella, but I'm mostly known as Jelly. Welcome to the channel. Some people might not be aware, but I'm currently taking BS Psychology at CEU Manila. Many people take psychology since it is a flexible course and there are plenty of routes you can take. Personally, I plan on going into the forensic psychology field, so I'll be taking law in the future. Now, in the field of psychology, there are many skills you need, but most notably, communication skills. And psychology is the study of human mind and behavior, which requires to have the ability to understand human beings on an emotional level. This is why communication is crucial, as it is a way to send messages and form shared connections. And then this moves us on to the topic of communication styles. You may have heard of the term before, as it is often used today. The most common today are those that have been identified by the psychologist Edmund Bourne. Bourne identified 5 common communication styles. The first, submissive; second, aggressive; third, passive-aggressive; fourth, manipulative; and fifth, assertive. Well, for me, I would say that my communication style is a mix of passive-aggressive, manipulative, with a bit of assertive. Now, communication is complex and is made of different elements. A specific set of elements that I'd like to talk about are the intercultural elements. Communication is used to make connections, but it can also lead to misunderstandings if it is not done properly. This is why knowing about the intercultural elements is important, especially in the field of psychology. Language is the most important element as it is the most powerful. To quote Shawn Mendes from his hit song Stitches, "Your words cut deeper than a knife. Now I need someone to bring me back to life." In psychology, we mostly deal with people who can relate to this song. This is why it is crucial that we are able to properly express our thoughts through language. So, to overcome language barriers, using simplified English is a great way to overcome this. Through avoiding the use of overly complicated terms and complex concepts, our words will be translated clearly. Nonverbal communication is another important element for psychology. There will be times where patients will have a hard time expressing themselves verbally, so being observative of nonverbal cues are important. When speaking with patients, I would try to avoid touching them directly, i.e. giving them hugs or patting their back, as much as it pains me not to. There have been cases where patients fall in love with their psychologists or psychiatrists because physical touch may imply the spark of intimate connection, making patients get the wrong idea. I would also research on a patient's culture, especially if they are from outside the country or outside the continent. By doing this, not only am I able to ensure that I remain respectful by avoiding certain gestures, but I can also deduce some of the roots of their mental problems. Context is important since there are certain words and actions that are appropriate for specific situations. For example, if I would be talking in a classroom setting, I would speak in layman's terms and in a level that is appropriate for the student's level of education to make sure that they are able to understand me. On the other hand, I would be speaking in jargon when I'm in a court setting as it is appropriate for the context. The main goal is to ensure that your target audience is able to understand your message. Lastly, we have communication styles. As I've stated at the start of the vlog, my communication style is passive-aggressive and manipulative with a bit of assertive. At first, hearing these terms would give you a negative impression, but I do not fault you, dear viewer. I do think that despite what my communication style implies, it is still helpful in my field. I would be able to properly interact with both collective and individualistic groups because of my ability to be a bit indirect with my passive aggressiveness and be blunt with my assertiveness. So, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you got a better understanding of communication, its styles, and the intercultural elements that make it so important, especially in the field of psychology. Knowing your own communication style can actually help you navigate different situations more effectively. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting, understanding, and adapting to the people around you, whether it's through language, nonverbal cues, respecting cultural norms, or adjusting to context. Being aware of these elements can make a huge difference. Well, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this gave you some insight into how communication shapes our interactions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye bye!